What is going on, guys? BlackPanthaa here, welcome to another video, and in this video we have to do some stuff on Car Mechanic Simulator. I need to be replacing damaged parts and perform chip tuning of a car. So basically this person had an engine computer tuned cheaply somewhere else, and I really regret it. There are several damaged parts because I wanted to save money. So they basically went on the cheap and decided to make a big mess of their car. So we are going to have to fix their car today. Now, thing is, can we test drive it? That is the main thing I always question. No, we can't test drive it. Great! Meaning we're going to have to literally scan everything all together on our own. Like solo, just us comprende. So what I'm going to do is bring up this and pretty much see what we can see. They did say they had their chip tuning done, so let's have a look. I've never actually had to use this. I don't know what it is. Let's have a look. I don't know what it is. I'm not a mechanic, okay? Do I need to do this? I'm guessing not, because I've never had to before. So let's have a look. It says done. So was that useless? It was useless. Okay, so what we're going to have to do is literally go inside here and scan things. So, oh, okay. So that scans the electronics. Ah! That makes sense. So now we can actually see what's broken and stuff. Okay, that's perfect. I didn't actually know how to scan this before, so now I know how to do it. That's great. Okay. That explains a lot. So we're going to take the nasty bit out there, and we're also going to take where are you? You need to take these off. I need to check the spark plugs as well. Come on. Oh, I need to take the top off. Of course, I forgot. Yeah, pretty much everything is dead electronics-wise. So to take this off, we need to take half of this bloody stuff off as well. While we're at that, we should literally scan those as well, just to be sure that we don't have to replace those as well, because if we do, then that's more to replace, and I don't want to... Yep, see, good job, I scanned that. We definitely need to get rid of that. Okay, let's fix that. Off you come. What do you want? You want me to get rid of that first? No, I deassemble. Right, to get rid of this, I need to get rid of that. Okay, that makes sense. And then we'll get rid of this. There we go. Right, smooth in there. Scan this. That's fine. Thank God. So I don't have to literally take the whole engine apart again, like exhaust even again. Like that's really annoying when you have to take apart the whole exhaust. Really annoying. But there we go. Spark plugs are gone, and it's a V. It's not a V6, so I don't have to take out more of them, which is good news. Oil is fine. And I think that is pretty much it. Everything else seems fine. Which is surprising, because usually it takes about an hour to get everything perfect. So, we've got to replace quite a bit. I think, yeah, these were from my last job. I can get rid of those two. So, starter, ignition wires, ignition module. Quite a lot. So let's do it in order, because I always get confused at this part. So starter, ignition wires, and ignition module. So let's get that sorted. So where's the starter? We need one of those, I know that. Starter. Oh wait, ignition wires, ignition module, and where's the starter? There it is. Starter. Sorted. Right, so next we need a serpentine belt, a belt tensioner, and a timing belt. Right, onto that one. So the belts are near the bottom, timing belt, and the serpentine belt is... here it is. And we also needed a... what was it? I can't remember the name of it now. Idler pulley, that's it. I think that's everything. Oh no, we need spark plugs, and it wasn't an idler pulley we needed, was it? It was a belt tensioner. Belt tensioner and spark plugs. I've got to a point where money doesn't matter anyway, so that's one thing that I found annoying. I've got a lot of suggestions I really want to suggest to this game, but obviously it just doesn't make sense for them to do that, and maybe for the next one it does. But one thing I'd like to see is the ability to build cars once you've gone into like the higher end garages. Build cars and sell them off for like more than you bought them for. That would be pretty cool. Because at the minute I've got this huge amount of money that I can't spend on pretty much anything because I don't need to. So I can literally go wrong all I want. And I can't even remember what I'm buying. What did I say I was buying? Ah, spark plugs, of course. The annoying things. Where are they? Spark plugs, spark plugs, spark plugs. And also, give me the ability to buy in bloody bulk and like put the amount I want to buy or like a plus thing and keep pressing it and that does how many I want. You know what I mean. Anyway, let's put the spark plugs in. So one there, one there. And why has my radio died? I'm a mechanic, not an electronics man. I want the radio. That's my radio. I paid for that. I didn't really. It came in free. Where is the radio? It's right here. Oh, there we go. Why did it go off? I swear it was on at the beginning of this video. Either that or I was going crazy. Alright, pop you in. And put you in. Can put cover back on now. I want to put this in. There we go. And in goes the timing belt, belt tensioner, and the serpentine belt. So that's all the stuff I can see at the minute, which I think I've taken all the bad stuff out now. Oh no, the starter. Almost forgot that. I always forget the starter because it's on the other side. It's like out of the way, not near anything else, so you never really bother to look at it. There we go. Okie doke, what we got? Is that it? That is it. So now we need to do chip tuning. This will be the first time you've actually seen chip tuning on my channel anyway. If you've already seen it on other people's channels, then there you go. But there is kind of a trick to this. It's more a puzzle than anything else. You just pretty much got to line these things up as you can. There is usually a way I can get it on 40%, but I never really bother to do that. I just try my best to get it around what it should be. So if I go, there you go, proper ratio, 10%. That'll do. Begin dyno test. They didn't really specifically say they needed a high percentage, so I thought I'd just go with a cheap one. Is that it? There we go, 15%, sorted. So that will return me back to the garage, and we have done that job. That was a pretty easy job. I didn't actually know about the scanning, all the electronics. I honestly didn't know that until now, so that was probably one of the major points that held me back from progressing as quick as possible, because I'd literally take all the parts out and scan them by doing that, rather than anything else. But there we go. We have repaired your car, sir or madam, and now we require a new job, because that's what I want to do. So, as I said, if you really want to see more of Car Mechanic Simulator, I will be willing to do a kind of a long playthrough of the unlimited mode if you give this video a few likes. I'm towards the end of it now. I'm pretty much on job 64. There is a few more to go now, just over 10. So it'd be quite interesting if you want to see some of that. So anyway, find and install missing part. Last night someone broke into my car and they stole something from the engine compartment, and I can't see it. Can't start it. Can't see it. Of course you can't see it. Can you fix it? Bloody idiot Theo. Right, so first things first, I'm going to sell off all these things. Could have really kept on to that, but doesn't matter. Now the thing is, I'm not a mechanic, as I said, so guessing games like this kind of irritate me, because I can't tell what's missing unless it's ridiculously obvious. But because they stole it, I'm guessing it's going to be something on the top level. So let's take this off. Nope, that's still in there. That's all fine. So he says he can't start the car. Is the starter there? The starter is there. Let me just scan it to be sure anyway. Can I not scan it? Are you kidding me? Gotta do the electronic scan, have I? Doesn't matter. It's not my job. Stop being a nice mechanic. You're weird at that. Right, so we'll take off this. They couldn't have taken out spark plugs, could they? I was going to say, it would be a bit stupid if they took out spark plugs. Okay, so I know something is definitely missing, because it didn't say it's complete, so there's got to be something. Oh, I'm blind. It's just the battery. Yeah, I knew that. Yeah, totally. It wasn't just waiting to be placed in there or anything, was it? No, of course not. Well, there you go. Congratulations, your car is fixed, sir. Merry Christmas. They stole a battery. They stole the battery from your car. Surely, though, anyone that's not a mechanic can have a look and see that their battery is gone and suggest at least that the battery has gone. I'm there checking bloody spark plugs. Right, check the entire undercarriage. I went off-road and broke my suspension. I hope there is no more damaged parts. It's a muscle car. These guys, right, seriously, the guys with muscle cars are the absolute worst for keeping control or keeping their cars in good condition. They always manage to break the suspension or something. But at least this time we can test drive it to see. So I'm going to pretty much do every scan I possibly can and then kind of do it that way. I could manually do it. I could literally just scan each part or, you know, put it in a suspension test only. But no, normally there's some part extra missing that's got nothing to do, say, with the suspension. So it could be something to do with the engine, but they want me to fix that, and I'm just scratching my head. So I end up doing these anyway, which means I wasted my time scanning individual parts. It's kind of what you do towards the end of the game. You literally just take the car for a test drive, you put it on the drive thing, and it bounces, and you check the suspension, and then, well, now you would check the electronics, because, oh god, it span out. This thing is ridiculous for spinning out. It's just, look, what? I'll just go for a spin. Look, let's go for it. Stuff it. It's someone else's car. It's not mine. If you literally just let it go on, it's not going to do it now, is it? You literally just slide everywhere when you accelerate out of turning. Look, there it goes. Gone. Completely gone. And now I've clicked out of the window. I don't know even how I clicked out of the window, but there you go. But it's ridiculous. Look at it. It would be a lot of fun to drive this. It would be a lot of fun if I actually had one. But anyway, let's carry on with this. Oh god, no. So, got done with the test drive after the interruption. And now we need to do the... Or is it? Was that the right one? It was. No, it was a path test. Path test we need to do. It will basically test the brakes and the suspension, everything I need to do. So, on to the first part. The annoying thing about this is if you press the brake too early, you just sat there like, what's going on? It's not told you to press the brake yet, so it's accelerating. You can hear it accelerating. I'm doing it now. I'm pressing brake. Let go. Now it tells me to press brake. Even though you can hear it accelerating, it was going fine. Bloody thing. Right, onto the suspension test. I've got it on such a low resolution I can't even read what it says. See what the suspension's like. That seems to be fine. And now for the next part, which is the rear. This bit's going to be awful, I can tell. They did say something about suspension, didn't they? Yes, suspension is gone. On the left, it's not gone, but it's damaged. No. Okay. So to make sure I don't miss anything, like I said, what I'm going to do is do the scanning thing that I missed before, that I didn't even know works before this episode of recording and stuff. Once it finishes loading. And brings on the loud, annoying dubstep stuff. Okay, so in here... There we go. OBD reader. I need to remember that name. It's so weird because I didn't know what this thing did up until this day. I just didn't think it would do what it did. I thought it was just like to tune something if there was an error. But I didn't know. Right, that's pretty much everything tested on the car. So now we should be able to see exactly what the damage is from looking over it like that. And we can see at the back the suspension was red. So that says we got an issue straight away. Just make sure I've got nothing in my inventory. Right, so doesn't look like it's going to be very difficult to fix. So let's pull this up. Up you go. Invisible car. And, oh, okay, we're going to have to take the whole bloody wheel off of that side. Come on. There we go. Right, so need to remove the exhaust. Fantastic. So if we remove those, there we go, and then we can remove this. And then the spring, and then we can get rid of this as well. Goodbye, shock absorber, you're broken. Okay, so the next side, do we have anything other than the middle bit there? Nope. Everything seems a bit fine. It did seem to be fine on the actual scanning thing as well, so it does seem like those things are a bit more accurate than I first expected. Okay, take off the wheel, and then we can get to that thing. I'd be like the worst mechanic. Oh yes, love, we're just going to take this off so we can repair your thing. Yes, we're going to replace your thing, don't worry. It's the thing that I know what it is, but I don't know what it's called. Don't think you'd trust a mechanic that did that. Right, so that is that. I didn't really have to take everything off, but I did it anyway. And now we unbolt this. Right, that's pretty much everything that's broken that I could see. So, suspension spring rear, shock absorber rear, and was that drive axle right. So, if I go to the springs, because they're easiest to spot, rear, and we also needed a shock absorber, and we also needed a drive axle, I think it was. Drive axle right. I believe it was right. Tell me I haven't wasted money. Drive axle right. Drive axle right. Good! That's that sorted. Right, let's put in the drive axle. Yeah, see, we didn't have to take the brake discs or anything off, but I did it anyway. Because I'm a fool! Okay, that's on. Put the brake pads back on. And put the caliper back on. There's that, and put the wheel back on. And then we've just got to lift the car up again, put that other spring and everything back in, shock absorber, and we should be good. Oh, and the exhaust. Can't forget the exhaust. I often try and I don't often try, but I often mistakenly try to steal things when putting cars back together. I always forget to replace something. Something's like stupid and small, but has a huge significance. Then again, a lot of the time it's just the engine covers, so it's not very significant in that point. But I think that's everything, isn't it? No, shock absorber. Of course, see, I told you, I bought that. It's not really trying to steal it then, is it? But then again, it is, because I've already got his money, so I bought it with his money, so I stole it. There we go, that is that. So that is done. I am going to end this video here, guys. Thank you so much for joining me for this episode, and hopefully this guy is happy with his muscle car, because I would like to steal that. I probably will steal that. Let's put it up again. It looks cool like that. Look at that. Look at that beast. It looks nicer in green, though, if I'm honest. Like bright green. That's my, no black and white car rule. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this episode, guys. Make sure to like if you did enjoy. If you want to see more on. If you want me to play the endless mode, make sure to like, and then I'll be sure to record it once I've actually finished the game, which should be very soon now that I know that I can scan the electronic components within the car. I didn't know that before. Anyway, as I said, thank you so much for watching. This has been BlackPanthaa, and I will see you in the next video, guys. Peace.